Good afternoon. Welcome to Ilike Organic Skincare's presentation of acne solutions, where we'll target your acne guests and their conditions in a natural solution. My name is Suzanne Lohr. I am the National Educator with Ilike Organic Skincare, here to introduce you to a number of fabulous products to help our acneic clientele. During today's presentation, we'll discuss acne, describe it a little bit, what exactly constitutes acne, the different grades of our acne clientele's conditions, ingredients that Ilike has provided for wonderful solutions, the products in our Ilike collection for acneic skin, and we will also go through our facial protocol. So what is acne? Acne is a condition that results in inflammatory and non-inflammatory lesions. It occurs when our pores become clogged with oil, dead skin cells, and bacteria. It can occur on the face, chest, and back. The type and severity of our acne lesions can vary based on numerous factors: the age of our guest, their gender, heredity, diet, hygiene, stress, etc. Different types of acne pimples that can occur. You'll see there the healthy pore on the far left side of the screen. A whitehead occurs when bacteria will clog the pore, but the pore is closed. It's sealed with the skin. That's what we call a closed comedone. A blackhead occurs in a similar situation as a whitehead, except there is no skin sealing the opening of the pore. It's what we call an open comedone. A papule occurs when the bacteria that is in the follicle becomes inflamed, and white blood cells come to attack the infection. A pustule is a larger version of a papule. The white blood cells and the waste products from the bacteria are inflaming that pore. Pustules result when those white blood cells migrate toward the surface and they dilate the follicle opening. Other types of infections that you'll see would be a nodule. It's very similar to a papule, but it's deeper in the skin and it feels solid. Deeper infections caused by a massive invasion of white blood cells and bacteria, these nodules can result in scarring. Cysts are very deep, very large. They form when a pocket of tissue becomes infected beneath the surface. Nodules and cysts both become very irritated and sore as they're very deep under the surface of the skin and close to nerve endings. Both result in a very high likelihood of scarring. If you have a guest that comes to you and they are cystic or they have the nodules, refer them to a dermatologist, because oftentimes only a dermatologist can get in deep enough to the skin to help clear up the nodules and cysts. Different grades of acne are a way that we can qualify the condition of a guest's skin. Acne grade 1 is what we call comedonal acne. It is the non-inflammatory comedones, open and closed comedones only. Generally less than 10 on the face, none on the trunk. Comedonal acne does not generally result in scarring, and again, they are non-inflammatory lesions only. Our papular acne, which is grade 2, is generally 10 to 25 papules on the face and on the trunk. Sometimes it can result in mild scarring, but the inflammatory lesions are generally less than 5 millimeters in diameter. Grade 3 acne is our pustular acne. More than 25 pustules, resulting in moderate scarring. The sizing can be similar to papules, but with visible pores. Grade 4 acne is severe and persistent pustulocytis acne. Nodules or cysts. Extensive scarring can occur. The inflammatory lesions are greater than 5 millimeters in diameter. And again, our acne grade 4 nodules and cysts should be referred to a dermatologist for their attention. To visually see what these acne grades look like, grade 1, our guest's skin is almost clear. You really can't see from far away that they have some congestion in their skin. They have a few scattered open and closed comedones, maybe some papules here and there, and no pustules. Mild acne, as we refer to grade 2, is easily recognizable. There's less than half of the face is affected, but you have many comedones, sometimes some papules and pustules. Grade 3 is generally more than 50% of the affected area. A number of comedones, the papules, and pustules. And then our severe acne, our grade 4, again, which we would refer to a dermatologist, the entire area is involved, covered with many, many comedones, numerous papules and pustules, and also includes nodules and cysts. Some forms of acne require the care of a dermatologist. Again, we've mentioned nodules and cysts especially. While many clients can benefit from aesthetic treatments and proper home care for problem skin. Controlling oil, reducing bacteria, and regular exfoliation are all a part of ongoing treatment that's necessary to control our acneic skin. Healing the skin can be achieved with anti-inflammatory and restorative product use at home. At Ilike, we have some wonderful acne products to assist our guests with a number of different concerns, and we'll go into these details and talk in a great detail about the ingredients that are included in these products here today. With the inflammation that occurs in our acne guests, we need to have products that are both anti-inflammatory and healing. Oftentimes for our guests that are very oily, we'll need to have something that's going to help to normalize that sebum production as well. The main ingredients that we'll be discussing are the ingredients that are listed in red: ixamol, walnut leaf, anise, fennel seed, clove oil, sulfur and zinc, peppermint, and rose hip. The effects of these ingredients, we're really looking to reduce inflammation in our guest, to heal their skin, and normalize sebum production. Other ingredients that are included in our acne line help to cool and calm the skin while they're soothing the pain, and we're hydrating and balancing the hydration levels without the use of heavy oils. Ixamol is our liquid clay. It is a liquid shale commonly used as a drawing salve. It is anti-inflammatory, bactericidal, and fungicidal. Ixamol is in our mineral exfoliating wash, our Ilike for Men black exfoliating wash, Ixamol and herbs mask, and our herbal clay spot treatment. Walnut leaves are astringent. They've been used for centuries for helping to cleanse the skin. Oils from the anise seed, fennel seed, and of course our clove oil are bactericidal, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and antifungal. A lot of these ingredients you'll see mixed in many products, but all of these together are in our herb infusion serum. Sulfur is an essential component of all living cells. It helps to disinfect, dry, and encourage cell turnover. Zinc is also an essential mineral in healthy skin. It is astringent and wound healing. You'll find sulfur and zinc in our sulfuric balancing serum, sulfuric whipped moisturizer, and our sulfuric exfoliator. Peppermint offers cooling, soothing, and tightening effects. It is also anti-inflammatory and helps to inhibit the growth of certain bacteria. While peppermint is in a number of our products, 3 of the ones that I love, especially the aromas of and the healing nature, are our spinach and horsetail exfoliator, our rose hip gel mask, and our rose hip serum. Rose hip is an anti-inflammatory berry that is also antioxidant and helps to balance our hydration level. Rose hip is one of the main ingredients, of course, in the rose hip gel mask, rose hip whipped moisturizer, and our rose hip toner. The acidic nature of the rose hip plant helps to tighten pores and help to control the sebum production, while the berry itself is very high in vitamin C and it is anti-inflammatory. Now, one ingredient that I didn't picture that a lot of people have questioned is shea butter. Why do we have shea butter in acneic products? Reason being, shea butter is a superfood for skin. It is antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. It helps to strengthen and protect our skin, and it's very regenerating. One wonderful feature of shea butter is that it helps to heal wounded skin and helps to heal scarring. So that is why it makes a wonderful addition to our acne line. Our facial treatment at home care and in the treatment room. Really depends on what it is that we're trying to achieve for our particular guest. Not all acne facials are the same. Sometimes we'll need to deeply cleanse the skin, maybe perform a lot of extractions. Perhaps we need to calm and soothe the skin. Maybe our guest is quite oily and we need to mattify that sebum production or heal the wounded skin. So there are a number of different ideas that we want to use when we're approaching our acneic guest. We want to make sure that we are addressing their particular concerns and that we can guide our facial treatment and their at-home care to meet their specific needs. The cleansing portion of our at-home care and our facial room treatment would be our lemon cleansing milk for our initial cleanse. Lemon cleansing milk is pH balanced to be gentle enough to use as an eye makeup remover. And our mineral exfoliating wash, which is our very alkaline cleanser that is our step 2 in our cleansing process. With a pH of around a 9.5 to a 10, the mineral exfoliating wash is going to really open up the guest's pores and soften that keratin layer of the skin for a nice, deep clean. If you use a rotating brush or some sort of a manual brush, this is a wonderful step to use that in during your facial treatment. For our toner option for our acne facial, I really like to use the Rose Hip Toner. All of our toners are made, of course, to be either a mist or you can use them as a swipe with saturating a cotton round, or you can put a puddle of it in the palm of your hand and gently press it into the skin. We'll tone to balance the skin's pH after our cleanses 1 and 2 and then move into our exfoliating step. We have a few options for our exfoliator depending on what our guest's skin can handle and what we think is appropriate for their particular condition. One fabulous option is the AHA fruit peel with Hungarian paprika gel treatment. This is a treatment, of course, that we use as a layering method. The AHA fruit peel, which is a 20% acid peel, layers on in a nice thin layer, and we put the Hungarian paprika gel treatment on top. It is an occlusive gel treatment that is going to help to increase our guest's circulation so that they can more readily absorb other ingredients. Another great bonus to increasing our circulation is to help with the detoxification of the skin. This particular treatment is phenomenal for our guests with acne, inflamed skin, and sluggish circulation. We offer our sulfuric exfoliator, which is our gommage method. This treatment we like to put on in a nice thin layer, let it dry 5 to 8 minutes, and then use gommage movements to remove the exfoliator. This is great for our normal to dry, problematic, inflamed, sensitive skin and our guests with acne. Our Rose Hip Exfoliator is great for normal to oily, sensitive skin, acne skin, and even rosacea. As I've mentioned, the rose hip berry is that naturally anti-inflammatory berry, and that is one of the main ingredients in this exfoliating option. It also includes ground cornmeal, so we have a mechanical exfoliation, and the creamy base has 5% lactic acid in it. So this particular treatment offers both mechanical and chemical exfoliation options. Spinach and horsetail exfoliator is great for our normal to oily, acne, and vitamin and iron deficient guest. This exfoliating option is a wonderful gommage to use for our oily guest. The spinach will help with our sluggish circulation, and the iron will help with any iron deficiencies that we have in the skin. With the exfoliating option, of course, we will remove any leftover product with a warm steam towel. If you're using the AHA fruit peel with Hungarian paprika, I encourage you to use a cool towel or even sponges to remove this product as a warm steam towel, maybe too sensitizing for a guest once we've increased their circulation. After we've removed our exfoliator, we move into the massage portion of our facial treatment. The Saponaria and Linaria massage cream is one of my absolute favorites. When used with steam, it helps to loosen the congestion in the pores, which will make your extractions come out much more easily. It's a lot less effort for you and a lot less irritation and pain for your guest. Saponaria and Linaria massage cream needs to be removed prior to your extractions. I encourage you to do your massage for 15 to 20 minutes. And again, using with steam really enhances the effectiveness of this particular massage cream. We have a few options for the treatment mask. Again, depending on the condition of your guest's skin, what we really want to address and what we hope to achieve while they're in our care. The Ixamol and herbs mask is ideal for our very oily, almost shiny, and inflamed sensitive skin. 7 herb mask is gorgeous for combination, acne, and freshly extracted skin. This is a very calming, very cooling, and soothing mask for someone who has had a lot of extractions performed. Rose Hip is a gorgeous gel mask for our combination skin that is both sensitive and tired, and even our rosacea guests. The Rose Hip mask, of course, has the anti-inflammatory rose hip berry, and it also includes peppermint for that beautiful cooling sensation, which is fantastic for inflamed skin. Serum options would be our sulfuric balancing serum, which is ideal for our oily, problematic, inflamed, and open-pored guest. It's going to offer a mattifying appearance to the skin, so it really helps with someone with that shiny, oily skin to help calm down the sebum production in their skin. Herb Infusion Serum is for our inflamed and oily and acneic guest. It's very calming, very soothing. The anti-inflammatory ingredients, which we've mentioned earlier, help to calm and soothe the skin while we're helping to heal any wounds from acne issues. Rose Hip Serum is fantastic for our combination sensitive rosacea guest that is experiencing some redness. Rose Hip Serum also happens to be our #1 selling serum for vitamin C. It is an 11% vitamin C serum, so not only is it phenomenal for our sensitive guests, but really it's a wonderful serum for all of our guests. Moisturizer options would be our sulfuric whipped moisturizer, which is great for our oily, problematic, open-pored, inflamed, and acneic guest. And Rose Hip Whipped is really nice for our combination to oily, sensitive, acne, and rosacea guest. Both will offer a mattified appearance to the skin. The sulfuric is going to control that sebum production even more so that's really ideal for our very, very oily guest. We never want our guests to leave our care without worrying about taking care of their eyes and lips as well. Depending on the nature of your guest's skin, if they happen to be very oily, the fenugreek gel for wrinkles is a lovely treatment to use on their eyes and not put an eye cream on top of it. If their eye area is a little bit on the dry side, Age Defense Bioflavonoid Eye Cream makes a lovely eye cream to put on top of the fenugreek gel. Lemon Citrus Lip Balm is my favorite for an acne facial, but of course, any of our 3 lip balms would be wonderful for your guest. If you are allowing them to choose their favorite aroma, just make sure that you remember that our cinnamon sometimes can be a little bit much for someone who is on the sensitive side. Most of our acne guests will really benefit from regular spa treatments. It's best if we can see them very frequently to gauge how their at-home care is working and to make sure that we can help them with their extractions. We certainly don't want our guests picking at their own skin at home and trying to do their own extractions. If you can get your guest to commit to a series, it's lovely to start them off with once a week for several weeks until their skin begins to look a little more clear, and then keep them on a regular facial treatment regimen of about once a month, once every 6 weeks. In addition to regular spa treatments with you, the professional, they absolutely must maintain proper hygiene at home. Recommend proper home care for them to use in between their services. They need to be using a daily cleanser, a toner, serum, and a moisturizer. Once a week, they need to be exfoliating at home and using a treatment mask. We do offer 2 spot treatments that can be used as necessary. We have our herbal clay spot treatment, which is really nice to help dry up a pustule, help to bring that congestion to the surface so that it can be drawn out of the pore, and we're healing and soothing that pore. The paprika spot treatment that is also offered is very stimulating. It is to bring the congestion to the surface of the skin to make our extractions work a little more easily. Thank you so much for partnering with us. Thank you for your attention today here with our acne solutions just in time for back to school. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me here at the office at 888-290-6238. My extension is 109. Thank you so much for partnering with us, and remember always, live beautifully.